Hey guys, it's me, Jack24 here, and today I very watched this video. Brits take an American history pop quiz. It's the funniest thing ever. These two Brits don't don't know some American stuff, which partially I don't know, which partially does make sense due to the fact that they live in a different country, but at the same time, it's going to be feeling very odd. So, pretty much, and I thought it is a Valentine's Day surprise, since today is known as the Day of Love. Pretty much, these two are a couple. I already had a date, pretty much, I'm deciding to watch this just to get my mind off of a few things, and I find this personally hilarious. As an American, this I'll see on how our forefathers, the Brits, would do on this. In case of you don't know, the British pretty much made America, and I'm going to just see this. Oh no, I hear that they went to Walmart. That ain't good. They went to one of the cheapest stores in all of America. Alright, if they get this one wrong, then I'm going to have to be questioning myself.
How many independent states? 40, 50, 60, or 100?
It's either 50 or 100.
Federal
50.
Union of...
It's got to be 50, hasn't it?
Yeah,
Alright. Quick answer to this. In case you don't know, the stripes on the American flag represent the original 13 colonies, while the stars on the flag represents the states. So, if there's 50 stars, there must mean there's 50 states.
There's 50 states, isn't there?
If we know there's 50 states, but we don't know what federal union means.
I don't know what
the federal union literally means like the nation of the U.S. It's literally just saying a different version on how to say the United States. The federal union of America is pretty much pretty much it's just saying the definition of the U.S.
What means, I don't know.
So it could be a trick question. So 50?
Let's go 50.
50.
Yes!
Alright, they got it. That's good.
Oh my gosh, we're going to nail this quiz.
Nail it.
Okay, next. The most recent state to join the Union was...
Alright, let me just answer this. Well, the recent one is obviously Hawaii. I mean, there's been some debate to make Puerto Rico, but for the time being, no, it is not a state yet. So far, it's only just a territory, and we might just need maybe an extra 20 years before Canada might join. I mean, it depends for Canada. I mean, it's like only if they ran out of work and stuff, then they might join the U.S. in order to save their stuff. But for now, no.
Alaska, Puerto Rico, or Canada?
Puerto Rico,
Canada.
The
picture looks like Hawaii, so I feel like they've given it away.
I'm pretty sure where in Alaska would you see clear water beaches? I mean, usually most of the beaches there are either have a dark water, which is most commonly found up in that, and two, I don't think there would be possibly a rainbow in Alaska. I mean, there might be every now and then, but the possibility is not really, especially during like the summer and winter, and especially in the Arctic Circle, because those things are confusing.
Oh, I see.
That doesn't look like Alaska to me.
No, it's got to be...
At least they know it is in Alaska.
Or, I don't know what Puerto Rico looks like.
Puerto Rico, I'm pretty sure that's like South America.
Oh.
Nope, not South American, but it's Caribbean. Yeah, you tried to do that, but it's South American. No, not South American, it's more Central America. If you think about it, but relatively it's more of Central America. And as I watch these two argue over each other, I'm just gonna be basing on some good old West.
Central America. One of the two.
Should we go?
I always get it wrong.
Should we go Hawaii then?
Let's go Hawaii. Yeah.
Alright, that is good. I like on how they're just saying yes to everything. It's like if I said yes to pretty much anything.
Yes.
That was a total guess, but you looked at the picture,
I looked
so
at the picture.
maybe they made it quite easy.
Yeah, let's see. In the USA, the laws are the same in all.
Alright, just going to tell you this. The answer is just one, different in every state, because I'm going to tell you this. A, it's not different in richer states. No. And B, and this is obviously not true. And this one is not true. For some states, yes, but not for all. So that's pretty much different.
It's different in every state.
Different in richer states. Different for different races. Well, it's not the last two.
That'd be awful. It can't be about having more money. The same. It can't be the same because there's some places where they go. In my state, it's legal to.
And at least they understand that part.
And when they say like sales tax isn't in every state, so it's different in every state.
Is it like some places they just don't do it?
Yeah, I swear somewhere we've been they don't have sales tax.
Great.
Was it New Jersey?
We need to go shopping there.
Yeah,
no,
we
I
do.
think we paid it there.
It's a nightmare.
Because I bought loads of stuff.
Not really the business economy nightmare. Nah, that's long gone. But since you guys would have to get over it, I'm just going to tell you it's different in every state.
And I was absolutely appalled when I got to the till. The till.
So what's that, the till?
The
cash register.
Cash register. The till.
The till.
So English.
Should we say the same? Oh, sorry, different.
Different in every state. Ding, ding, ding.
Yes! Correct. That's 3 out of 3 so far.
I mean, maybe we will pass this pop quiz
I
this
think
month.
we might.
No, I don't think you will. Well.
What will be the prize?
A hug.
Okay.
We'll hug each other.
Or we'll book a flight.
I'll kiss you on the head.
Yeah.
We'll book a flight.
We'll book a flight. Like we've got the money to do that right now. We've just paid our taxes. It's another video.
Most of the population of the mainland USA lives on the East Coast.
I'm just going to answer you. It's on both. No one lives in the center. Some people do live in the middle of the U.S., but anyway, that's not populated heavily. Most of the population is on the West and East Coast.
On the West Coast, in the center, on the East and West Coast. How am I supposed to know? I haven't done a census of the population of the USA.
Where's the Bible Belt?
The population of the USA is well over 300 million. So that should give you a general direction.
South.
That's not even on the list.
I feel like the West Coast, because California, I think, is the most populous state. But then,
in all fairness, he's probably not wrong, but California has more of a population than all of Canada. So yeah, that's about good.
Texas is right behind, but that's on the south. I reckon west.
Do you think west?
What do you think?
I'm just trying to imagine people going, I live on the west coast, I live on the east coast.
That's not really how it goes. No one brags on where they live in the U.S. Pretty much, it's like whichever state you're in that you get to say what state you're from. It's pretty much something like that.
Yeah, but I can't imagine.
Or maybe it's both because people are lazy. So people who came over to America from Europe just stopped on the East Coast and were like, nah, I'm not going any further.
Oh.
That is a common stereotype, and no, Americans are not that lazy. We at least settled in. We got into some border disputations with the Spanish, French, and the English, and pretty much it took a while. We gained some territory above the Mississippi. Then we pretty much bought out Louisiana Purchase, and then pretty much Texas joined in, and as you know, the Mexican War happened, and boom, we reached the Pacific, And that's pretty much it.
Like you said here, on the east and west coast, and then not a lot in the centre. Yeah. What is the centre? Just probably dead space.
Probably desert.
Nope, that is not right. If you're looking for deserts in the U.S., look no further than either Arizona or the south of Utah. And maybe, yeah, definitely New Mexico. I bet part of Texas as well.
Something.
Should we go on the east and west coast?
Yeah, let's do it on the east and west.
I bet it's going to be wrong because it's me.
Yes!
Oh, yes! Yes!
I'm sorry, guys. Have we become geniuses?
Nope. And the correct answer is no, you're not geniuses for getting a simple guess right.
Been educated by our audience.
Been educated. Guys, are you proud of us?
The simple answer is no, I'm not proud of you. Oh, well. I'll check on that later, but for now...
We're doing so well.
That was 4 of 16. We're on a roll.
At the moment, we're on like an A star.
A star, if you have A star. A
they
plus,
say A plus, don't they? We say A star.
A plus.
Well, they've...
No, we say A plus in the USA, not A star. And so far, out of the 4 questions, yes, you would have an A plus.
Now in the UK, it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
You're joking.
Yeah, you're like, I got a 1.
Oh, that's
no.
ridiculous.
It's an A star.
Insert name.
Alright, this one should be obvious. A, Walt Disney was never a president, and B, it can't be Kennedy because he died in the 1960s. Well, didn't die. He was assassinated in the 1960s, and he was a major part of the Cold War. So, in the time, it really doesn't make sense for him to be president twice. And B, how many people do you know that wear wigs in the U.S.? I mean, wigs like those, not as like bald people wigs, like as in British wigs like that. And also, just to tell you, yeah, that is George Washington, not Abraham Lincoln. As you know, Lincoln's more famous for being bearded, and actually the first American born president. Everyone else was sort of pretty much born when. No, not really. No. All right. I'll get you back to you guys on that later on President's Day.
Was the first president of the USA.
Alright, first president, I don't know. One Lieutenant Colonel George Washington, who I don't know, sort of accidentally started the 7 Years' War, which you guys won, you lost, and you lost tons of money. You tried taxing us. We said no. We dumped your tea. You got angry. We kicked you out. You brought over your fleet. Then you sort of kicked us around. We pushed you out. We got the help of France, and pretty much the Spanish to help us out, and pretty much you lost.
Options are
Abraham Lincoln, George Washington, John Kennedy, or Walt Disney.
Definitely Walt Disney.
Yeah.
If they're joking, I can't tell if they're joking or not. Do they say if it's definitely Walt Disney, then I should be scared for them. Because the British should know that one of their closest allies now, but back then, their main enemy was George Washington.
I recognise that. No,
Hang on, who is it again? It's got to be Abraham.
I have no idea. I thought George Washington, but...
George Washington is correct. Lincoln's known as the 16th president, and pretty much he's famous for a top hat. Where on that guy do you see a top hat, or, might I remind you, a beard?
George Washington, John Kennedy.
I don't think it's John Kennedy.
No, it's not Kennedy, because he came after Eisenhower.
Didn't he get shot?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, so did Lincoln. To be fair, both Lincoln and Kennedy were the only two open-headed American presidents. What a pun for you guys. In case you didn't get it, they were both shot in the head. which I really shouldn't be joking about, but they were really actually both open-minded. Lincoln was open-minded about freeing the slaves and pretty much ending the Civil War. Kennedy was more about open-minded on ending racism and pretty much the nuclear threats in the 1960s. 60s, as you clearly could have seen in my reaction to the oversimplified video.
Abraham Lincoln or George Washington?
Oh, we should really know this.
I don't.
Alright, look here. This is clearly a British wig from the. Alright. I know I'm going to mess this. Alright. Hold on a sec. From the 18th century. So think about this. Does this guy look like a guy with a beard? The direct answer to that is no.
Is any of them? I think it's a trick question.
Abraham Lincoln.
Do you think?
Or George Washington. Shite. That
Okay,
sounded so Irish.
We can do Abraham. I'll trust you.
It's either him or George.
It's George, not Abraham. I'm going to tell you that. It's definitely not Abraham Lincoln. I know. You don't know the difference between a wigged former Brit versus a new American.
I was right. It was George Washington.
What? How do we not know? Wait.
What?
Isn't
That's why they call it Washington.
Wow, now you're realizing that. I mean, there's originally supposed to be a state called Lincoln, but that idea was scrapped.
Damn it. That's why there's not a state called Lincoln.
Of course.
That's a city in the UK.
Yeah, I was just thinking like the White House.
Damn
So
it.
stupid.
Don't worry, it's all right.
It's fine.
You just brought my grade down.
I'm back on A now.
No, not really. Alright, quick question. President John F. Kennedy was assassinated and you might wonder what they get. Pretty much, I'm just going to skip here. They pretty much are discussing that he is going to be living in Washington, D.C., because there's clearly nothing else to do as a president.
Parading through the village
Yeah,
and then
go on.
Alright, look here. The reaction is this, that they're surprised. Well, I mean, to be fair, have you ever heard of a sign called re-election, in which you need to scare the big out west middle states first before you go to electoral college votes. Yeah, it's confusing, but yes, he did die in Texas. Shot and killed by Lee Harvey Oswald. I thought you Brits should at least learn a tiny bit of American culture. A tiny bit. Or what are you like if Brits were more into guns and stuff?
Of course they have guns in Texas.
Yeah, that'd be why. Because they would.
You guys do know that that's only a Texan stereotype. Because any state in the U.S. would allow you to have a gun if you have a gun permit, or if you're a police officer, or if you're literally an active military troop officer or general, or in some cases, mafia or crime boss. In some cases.
Guns in Washington.
No.
Or in New York, or in LA.
No.
There are guns in New York City, and New York State. And yes, there are guns in Los Angeles, and in some cases, definitely in Washington, D.C.
In Texas, of course he got shot.
Yeah, because they love it. We've shot guns in Texas. You haven't seen...
You guys do realize he was assassinated. Like, the point is assassinated. Like, really, I can just shoot you. Boom, you would be down. And he was purposely purposely shot by Lee Harvey Oswald as he was on his way to re-elect. I mean, he wasn't wrong trying to get Texas on his side. I mean, that is one state that is hard to convince to change from Republican.
Video, go check it out. Leah nearly shot me, and we didn't know the video was never going to be like, she nearly shot me.
Yeah,
but
that's
she did.
what happened. No, shot him, didn't
Yeah.
they? And they were so.
Did they actually shoot shotguns, or are they talking about guns? Like, there's two different types of ways an American can interpret it. A, it's actually like a shotgun, like a double barrel gun, or B, it is literally a gun that they shoot.
Why, if we let these clowns in?
Yeah, but then loads of the comments on that video are saying, guys, it's not your fault. As it was your first time shooting, they should have had someone supervising you all the time. Which is so right. Like, we're Brits, we've never even held a gun. Never even seen a gun before.
Alright, then how do British people, if they don't really see guns before, then how do they have a strong navy? This makes no sense. Somehow their Navy, Air Force, and soldiers know what guns are, but somehow the citizens don't. Alright, guys, it sounds like Britain's going to be destroying itself at this point. But, for the time being, I wouldn't blame the citizens for not knowing, since the police don't carry around it in the UK.
Yeah, I'm doing
bang, bang.
Bang, bang. I shot my friend down.
Alright, also an American stereotype. No, not everyone's a trigger happy guy who shoots at. That only goes to Texas. And even then they would be offended.
Shut the ground.
Also Texan.
Okay, the President of the USA lives in White House Road.
This is real hard to know, but it pretty much lives in Pennsylvania Avenue. It's really going to make sense because during the time, no wait, hold on. This is the only one where I don't know the actual explanation for this. But I will pretty much tell you it is Pennsylvania Avenue.
Pennsylvania Avenue, Texas Street, or Washington Square.
Sugar, I bet it's a trick question.
I bet it's not White House Road. That's so obvious.
Yeah, White House Road. Definitely, it's not obvious. That's that. Have you ever been to Washington, D.C.? I've been there. I've been there several times, in fact. Seen the White House, seen the Lincoln Memorial. Gotta see the Memorial Pool. Gotta see FDR's statue. There's several more things that I did get to see. Did you see a statue of Thomas Jefferson? And I'm pretty sure I did get to see I didn't get to see the FBI Center, but I did pretty much get to see a pretty good tour on the Aerospace Museum. That thing was awesome.
But Downing Street is Downing Street in the UK.
Yeah. Oh, it actually is Downing Street. It's Downing Street.
Yeah,
Yeah, sorry about that noise. Apparently, no, that isn't a pipe. That's just, yeah, in case you guys don't know, I'm back down in Florida, and yeah, that is my roommates taking a shower. Yeah, I have an apartment down in Florida, and I have a house up in the northeast part of the U.S.
Downing Street is where the Prime Minister lives, and that's on.
Alright, let me explain something. A President of the U.S. is not a Prime Minister. I mean, look here. This is George Washington. That's Abraham Lincoln. Do those two look the same? No. Alright. So pretty much, I'm just gonna say this. Like, it's obvious that it's not Texas and it's obvious that it's not Washington Square. And also, who would be that plain and simple to literally place their name on the White House Road? Didn't the Canadians and Brits burn down the White House in the War of 1812? It's confusing on how you don't know this. Have you ever studied Canadian history? No way, that should have been a big part. Not a big part, that should have been a part of British history. Other besides enslaving Africa, India, Pakistan, Pakistan, Bangladesh, US, Australia, New Zealand. You pretty much stole anything you got.
So it could be White House Road.
Do you reckon every prime minister in the UK sleeps and chooses the same bedroom in Downing Street to live there and sleeps in that bed? Because that's weird.
I've got a feeling.
It's not weird. I mean, there's been several bedrooms where presidents have not slept in. Lincoln never slept in the Lincoln bedroom. That is a pure fact there. And real simple. Nah, pretty sure other presidents slept somewhere else in the White House, but yeah, I don't know exactly where, but they do have rooms. Rooms are besides the Oval Office and the West Wing. Pretty sure there's an East Wing, but I could be wrong about that.
But the Prime Minister actually lives in 11 Downing Street, but they work in 10 Downing Street. I feel like that's right. If anyone knows, comment down below.
And there's a trap door that takes you between the two, so you don't have to go out front.
Well, I mean, I feel like you've made that up, but that would be good if possible.
No, it's gonna happen. Like, as if, what if they're in their, yeah, true, actually. I was like, what if they're in their pyjamas and they want to go to the office, but why would they go to the office in their pyjamas? Because people like that don't wear relaxed clothing to work.
They don't, and they go...
No, not if you're the leader of a nation. Like, how embarrassing would it be if you're the president of the United States, you literally walk out of the White House wearing your pajamas to make a speech? I don't know about what. I'm just going to use an example. Even though this is from Winston Churchill and not from FDR, the speech on where he's going to fight the Nazis on the beaches. He's going to fight them on the land. He's going to fight them to the very end. And that Britain will not surrender. That is what... And imagine him saying that while he's in his pajamas. Pajamas. Which, in American standards, would probably be pajamas. Like anything that you wear to fall asleep in. And that is technically considered a pajama. But I don't want to get explaining about this, so I'm just going to skip a tiny bit.
Well, you go in, you bash up.
Rage room. That's what you need.
Well, yeah, we'll get one of them and a panic room. And a cinema room.
Yeah,
and an
that'd be
everything room.
great.
Yeah.
Okay, what are we going for? White House Road or Washington Square? I feel like it's either of those.
I'm telling you, not Washington Square. No, not White House Road. And remember, George Washington really never lived in there. John Adams, he only oversaw part of its construction. John Adams got to pretty much see its construction. Sort of lived in there, but didn't really just go. Like, he did stay in there, but that was for a while. Like, in the original White House, like, everyone... Alright. I don't remember who was president before 1812. I don't know that lesser-known presidents, but I do know other presidents.
Definitely not going to be Texas Street, not Pennsylvania Avenue.
Alright, I don't know. Think about it. If Washington was the first president, and if the time they had stationed the court in Pennsylvania, and it was down in near Maryland and Delaware, and that's where Congress was once at, then think about it. They might have named it after that. Or it could have been a representative, since Pennsylvania was one of the few states in American, which war was it? Hold on a sec. The American Revolutionary War. Pretty much it was one of the few states to actually Not really support, but pretty much to not get it directly hit by the British. I mean, sure, some territories were hit, but not really a lot.
Washington Square, White House Road.
Yeah, should we do it?
Or do they live on a square?
I don't know.
Alright. White House Road, that is way too obvious, and no, that is not American. Washington Square, good guess, but no cigar. Pennsylvania Avenue, yes.
I've never been. Don't meeny-miny moe it.
White House Road.
Ah,
Pennsylvania Avenue!
alright, they're shocked, but do you really think a road would be named after a house? Like, it might be in the UK, but for America, no.
It's not even in Pennsylvania.
That sounds like.
I mean, to be fair, they're not wrong about that, but it's the name of a street of an avenue. What else are you supposed to expect?
Disney film.
Can you write to the president? Like
Yeah, they
White
won't read
House,
it, though.
Pennsylvania Avenue.
P.O. Box.
Yeah.
Send me gifted goodies. Brands
Wow.
can send face cream here.
Yeah.
You can't really do that. I mean, to be fair, you would be tracked down and probably in some cases be caught up by federal court, but really, you should not do that.
It always makes me laugh though when you hear about people writing to the Queen, because I know sometimes she does reply, but at the same time I'm like, what are the chances?
I know. Well, we're just not. Yeah, we're
cynical.
We're cynical. That's the
Aren't
word. Yeah, I wasn't gonna say pessimist because we're not.
Wait, was that my phone ringing or was that from the video?
We're actually optimistic about a lot of things.
Yeah, we really are. Perhaps too optimistic in many ways off camera.
Right, the longest river in the USA is
Alright, let me answer it. No, it's not the Missouri. No, that is down in. I'm pretty sure that's down in Brazil, and I'm pretty sure that Yukon. Hold on, give me a sec. Yukon in Africa or something. I know it's in either Africa or Asia, and I know that the Mississippi is the longest river.
Missouri, Mississippi, Rio Grande, or Yukon. Yvonne,
I reckon
the Yukon.
Mississippi.
Okay, let's go that.
Don't know. I just got a feeling.
Yeah.
Alright, they guessed it and they got it. That is good and bad. I mean, it's good that they got it correct. It's bad that they were just guessing at that point. I mean, to be fair, Rio would have been a dead giveaway. That is down in Brazil. And the Yukon would have been somewhere either else where the British had taken over, but I'm pretty sure America would not have a river named after the Yukon.
Well done.
Next.
You can visit Monument Valley in Alabama.
Alright, let's gonna answer this. It's Arizona. Arizona is known, and southern Utah are known for rotary these things. Alright. It's stones that represent that are from different time periods. You can actually see the layers in the Grand Canyon. It's pretty interesting, actually.
Texas, Arizona, or Oklahoma?
Alright.
Well, it doesn't look
Arizona.
like Texas, does it?
That looks like Arizona to me.
No, that is not Texas. Texas is semi-flat, but it really wouldn't show anything like that. And also, yes, it is Arizona.
Alright, we'll go with
Very
it.
confident. Yes!
Nice one.
We're
Teamwork
geniuses.
makes the dream work.
We're
Not really.
amazing.
The highest mountain is the
McQueenway. And also, no.
Foraker, Blanca Peak, Mount Whitney. Whitney.
No, it's Whitney. What? No. Don't speak in Old English. No, it's not Whitney. It's Whitney. It's not Old English. This is the same problem you have with Cool Whip. With Cool Whip and the Cool Whip. Scene from Family Guy. This is exactly it. It's just like that. Old English is annoying. Annoying. Yeah.
Mount McKinley. Oh, I've heard of Mount McKinley. I don't know why.
There.
Must have been on a TV show. How have we heard of anything?
We've really improved.
Or YouTube.
Okay, who was US president from 1977 to 1981? And there's a...
Alright, let me explain this. No, that's not Nixon, and no, that is not General Ford. Gerald Ford. I for some odd reason, I call him General Ford. I don't know. And yes, that is Jimmy Carter. If for those that you're wondering, yes, that is Jimmy Carter, and no, that is not Reagan. Reagan was from 1981 to 1989. 89, yeah.
Of an old man. Ronald Reagan, Richard Nixon, Jimmy Carter, or Gerald Ford?
I'll give you a hint. He's still alive to this day. Maybe that should help. Maybe.
Heard of any of them apart from Ronald Reagan?
I've heard of Nixon and Ford, but I don't know which.
Alright, think about it. Think about the Vietnam War. Maybe that would help you with Nixon. Because once again, he was kicked out during the middle of it. Gerald Ford just was placed in. It is pretty much until the next election. Which, I'm not gonna lie, that was pretty good.
Should we go Nixon?
Yeah, let's go Nixon.
No, that is not Nixon. No, does that guy look like he was in his, no wait, yeah, he was in his early 40s when he was president. Yeah, he's like 80 something. One of our survivors.
Feeling it was doing.
Jimmy Carter. Isn't he a comedian?
Nope, that is Jimmy. Hold on, Jimmy. All right. I know that they're going to Jimmy Seinfeld, yeah.
Jimmy Kimmel.
Oh yeah.
Oh no, wait, that's Kimmel. My bad. And where did I get Jimmy Seinfeld from?
Jimmy Carter.
Oh, I didn't know that. And that's the picture of him, maybe.
Oh yeah, that must be him.
I don't know what he looks like.
Okay, he looks friendly.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what he looks like now. I mean, back then he looked a lot different.
Looks like he'd do well on Instagram.
I mean, I would quite like the US to finally have a female president.
I mean, I would too, but for time's sakes, we're just waiting for the actual states to actually vote for a female president. Hillary Clinton went up and lost due to some hackers from Russia. And yes, it was confirmed that election was hacked by Russia. That's been confirmed by CNN. I got tons of banners on that. And yes, the Russians did admit to actually doing that. So I got proof in both ways.
Just like, why are the presidents always just old men?
That's what they are now. That's what they are in their final years. And yes, George Washington, when he did become president, yes, he was old at the time. And yes, most of the original presidents that came after Washington were mainly old, but at the time you had to be over like 40 or 50. Thankfully, due to Kennedy, it went down to 35. So
true. I'd like to see
a young man.
I'd like to see a president that's not in a suit.
Yeah.
No, you don't want to see a president without a suit. So that wouldn't just look good for the U.S. Literally just look good as if you wore the same pair of clothes to bed and woke up in it. It's what North Korea's leader Kim Jong-il did. Apparently, he convinced North Korea that he invented the hamburger, which I'm obviously going to call crap on that, because that is not true. Pretty sure both America and Germany invented the hamburger, hence why it's named after Hamburg, Germany.
In other clothes,
Yeah.
not just not wearing.
I'd love to see a naked president.
No. How would you like if I did that same thing to you? I'd like to see a naked prime minister. There you go. Feel old yet? Do you?
I'd just like to someone, in active wear, and trainers. Perhaps you could run for president.
I think do pretty good.
Yeah.
Let me explain this. You have to be born in America, and B, you need to, well, the two things you need to be in order to run for president are besides signatures, and advice. I don't know the rest, but you do need to be born in America. That is one key factor that you do have, and B, you need to be an American citizen, which you need to be both in order to run for president. There's besides signatures and different things. I will later do case up some different scenarios, but for now I'm just not going to get into that. It's a whole different story. Don't want to get into it.
I'd give all Joe and Leah subscribers discounted tax.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Watch my YouTube channel and I'll discount your tax.
I'm really sorry.
That is not true. That is a clear scam. Don't try that. Really, guys, don't actually try that. That is just a scam.
I did just flash my underarm that seems to have been a bit sweaty.
That's because you're nervous about the quiz, so that's...
Yeah, so that you can show that I'm invested in this quiz. Thank you. Okay. Next question. We're getting quite a lot wrong now.
The Everglades... I know this. The Everglades...
Alright, this should be obvious. Florida. If you get this one wrong, I'm going to have to facepalm me harder than they did in Naked Gun 3 and a half.
Are in Florida. No need to even ask the other ones. Yes! I knew that knowledge would come in handy.
The biggest state is Texas.
Alright, look here. They just gave you it. Right here. There's the name of the state. Right there. And in landmass, yes. Alaska is a lot larger than Texas. I can show you a few pictures from Alaska, in the general area of the U.S. If it was just a state in the actual well, it is a state in the United States, but, what I'm saying is, in the mainland states, and you place Alaska in the middle of it, it would be touching Florida and California, and pretty much almost anything in between. That's how large it is. And yes, it would be covering majority of the space a lot more than Texas.
Texas, I think, isn't it?
Yeah, I feel like maybe at landmass, Texas is biggest. But...
Yeah. Nope. Landmass is obviously Alaska. It is a lot larger than you think. And no, Texas is the second largest state. I mean, you're not wrong. If it's population, then out of the three, yes, California. But pretty much for now, it's just Alaska. They give you the name here. They show you a map of it. This really shouldn't be that hard.
California is the biggest population.
I think we'll go on Texas.
But why is there a picture of Alaska? If it's Alaska, then the pictures give away everything.
Should we go?
Yes, it clearly says Alaska right there. There's a picture. The pictures have been helpful before. Right here. Boom. Grand Canyon. Jimmy Carter. John F. Kennedy. George Washington. Literary population of the U.S. Judge, Hawaii. Federal court. Other presidents.
Good. No, let's go Texas with what we think.
But weren't we told in Texas that they used to be their own thing because they were the biggest? Or just that they were the most, we don't need anyone?
Texas was wiped out, but that was only for a short amount of time before they decided to join the U.S. Oh, Dad. Hold on. Just give me one sec. I didn't realize that my Mac. Just give me a sec. Alright. Oh, thank God that was only a few.
They've got Alaska on the picture. That's why it's so annoying.
Right, we'll do Texas because we said that.
Alright, look here. Do you not see that it said Alaska? The pictures are helpful. Helpful. You even said it in the last one. The pictures are helpful. It's not Texas. Texas is not big enough.
It's literally Alaska.
Well,
Great.
great. Thanks,
Thanks a lot.
proprofs.com.
Oh, I thought Texas. Damn it.
So Alaska's the biggest.
Yeah. Damn it.
The three biggest cities are...
LA. Oh, hang on.
Have they listed the three?
I'm
The picture
so
says
confused.
LA, Chicago, New York.
What kind
Alright, this should be very obvious. It's New York, Los Angeles, Chicago. Oh my goodness, it's not... That is correct. Alright.
The test gives you the answers whilst you're doing the test?
This test, in case you don't know, you literally just missed it with Alaska. Do I need to explain it any further? Further than that?
It says LA, Chicago, New York.
What kind of test gives you the answers?
I don't know. One that shows you pictures of stuff. It showed you a picture of Mount McKinley. It showed you a picture of the Mississippi River. It showed you pictures of presidents. Like, you literally even saw George Washington and you thought he was Abraham Lincoln. Even though this is Lincoln, this guy, right here. Second president you would see that's in more of a black and white photo with a black beard. Yeah.
You're doing the test?
This is ridiculous.
This has turned into something else. The biggest three cities are LA, Chicago, and New York.
That's
so
in the picture.
we will click on New York,
LA, Chicago,
and I
let's do
bet
it.
we're right.
That's right.
Great.
Yes. That is supposed to be a big helper. The pictures are trying to help you.
I've just lost a lot of... I bet my sweat patches have gone now.
Yeah, I thought we were actually doing really well, but maybe we've just been influenced by...
Yeah.
Manhattan was bought from Indians by
Alright. Fun fact. Manhattan was used to be called New Amsterdam. Now, I wonder which one of these four nations had it. And A, it's not the Brits. It's not the Brits. And think about it. Where is Amsterdam, you might ask? Oh, it's in the Netherlands. And whose nation is very great at discovering places, but not very good at keeping places? Oh my goodness, it's the Netherlands. You can clearly see my sarcasm in it.
France, Britain, or Spain.
So now we have to...
Not Spain, not France, not Britain. Should give you one answer.
The pictures and the clues.
Yeah, clues in the pictures.
That... Good one. He's listening.
Yeah.
Unlike you.
They don't look British.
No.
Spain or...
Spain. I reckon he looks Spanish.
You reckon Spain or Netherlands? Spain. Just go to Spain. Or it could be...
Netherlands, not Spain. Not Spain. Spain was focused in South America at that time.
Netherlands.
Yeah, I am really...
Of course it was bloody Netherlands.
They buy everything.
Not true. That's not even true. Not even in most stereotypes they don't buy anything. In most of their stereotypes, either A, they're tall, or either B that they smoke a lot of stuff, which is partially true.
You make stuff up. Yeah, they buy everything.
Mount Rushmore Monument is in South Dakota, Iowa, Nevada, or Wyoming.
That exists.
Yes, you don't have something to remember some of your great presidents? Well, during the time, pretty much you got George Washington, you got Thomas Jefferson, you got Theodore Roosevelt, and you got Abraham Lincoln. These two are mainly most of the big competitors. George Washington was the founder of our nation. Lincoln was pretty much the guy who held us together in the Civil War. And yes, he is considered to be a greater president than Washington. And Jefferson pretty much was the guy who pretty much finalized and sent the Declarations of Independence right to the UK. Right to the UK, said no to them, and pretty much, and I don't know how Theodore Roosevelt got up there. Like, I don't know for him, but it might be good. Like, I'll explain that later, because I don't remember the exact reason why he's up there.
That's so sick.
It's in Richie Rich.
That's so cool.
Richie Rich was supposed to be a mockery of like, have you ever heard of something called propaganda? It's supposed to be something like showing like wise, wealthy capitalists Americans who place tons of money in good stuff. Pretty much did that. They're super wealthy. They buy a laser. They're able to do a very good job and mock the Washington Monument. That's the point of Richie Rich. Whether it says it in its own name.
Well, where do you think it is?
I reckon Wyoming.
Nope, not Wyoming. Alright, I just heard my phone ring again. No, wait, that's just a video. Oh, yeah, that's right. And all the copyright belongs to Joel and the other person.
It could be in, like, Nevada, though. Didn't know, because his name...
No, Nevada is famous for casinos. Yeah.
I don't know.
Go on, then. Let's go Wyoming.
Nope, not Wyoming. Wyoming is famous for its many national parks. Iowa is... Alright, it's been a while for Iowa. Oh, yeah, now I know. Iowa's... No, that's Idaho. That's famous for potatoes. No, wait. Iowa's famous for corn, I believe. I could be wrong on that one, because I don't know every single state.
Damn it, South Dakota. Why would anyone go to South Dakota?
To see that?
I mean, probably A for oil, B to see that, and C just so that way they can claim that they've been to all 50 states.
See that?
Wouldn't they?
I've not heard of South Dakota before, but it must be, Mount Rushmore. Is that the most famous thing in South Dakota? What else is in South Dakota?
I don't know.
Oil, river, Republicans or Democrats, state, government, law, people, economy.
Oh, that was a state.
I knew it was something,
Is
because
there a North Dakota?
there's a girl...
Yes, there is a North Dakota. Why do you think there would be a South Dakota? It's like during the Roman time, there's a South England, when in reality, that was more north than actual England. It's crazy.
There's an actress called
Dakota Fanning.
yeah.
Elle Fanning? Dakota
Dakota
Fanning.
some,
Yeah, they're sisters.
So she's obviously based on that.
Yeah, she's lived
Her
in
whole life's
Dakota.
based on that, yeah.
Submit my answers.
Alright, I'm gonna bet that they got at least... Alright, let me think about this. They got about half of the questions wrong, so that should be, they got a 50-something.
56 out of 100.
Oh yeah, that is so good. Like, I can actually take that quiz and ace it. Like, really, I would just post this video, forget about it for about a good month or so. So, pretty much get the American history pop quiz, take that out, and literally that should not be difficult. Like I will show that it is that, but pretty much that is it. And all the copyright of that video belongs to Joel and Leila. Leila? No, not Leila. That spelled the other way around. Now it's silly me. telling me. So pretty much, yeah, they do actually explain that your knowledge of America is not actually good. But I just wanted to do this video as like a reaction video, just so that way you guys, the Kagan Nation, can actually get like something different from me once in a while. I mean, when in general, if I reacted to in general YouTube videos, like when was the last time I did this? Is that during like besides oversimplified and besides trailers? When have I last done this? Hold on, give me a sec. I remember I used to do this in my old days of my channel. And yeah, before this computer burns into my... Before the laptop it burns into my lap. All the copyright belongs to Joel and Leela. Or wait, I don't know. I don't know at this point. And also, make sure to subscribe and join the KK Nation if you're new. Also, make sure to leave a like and comment down below on the video. Anyways, goodbye.